I'm so excited because I get to be joined by another state champion team, this time the Lakeshore Softball Team. We've got Coach Dock. We've also got Gianna, Anna, and Olivia joining us. We've got a great team. You guys just over the weekend won that state title. Coach Dock, let's talk a little bit. This is what now, your 8th state championship that you guys have won at Lakeshore throughout your time there?
Correct.
Wow.
Yes.
How does it feel to have now 8 titles?
It doesn't get old yet. I'm still smiling. Amazing. I've been truly blessed with great players and great kids and coaches, and it takes a community to sustain a program as long as what we have, and we've had a great run. I mean, yeah, 8 is kind of amazing.
Is winning a state title the goal at the very beginning of the season? Do you have it? When the first team meetings, do you say, "All right, guys, this is what our end goal is"? And many teams, that's what the goal is. But for you guys, it ends up happening a lot of times.
It is, and that presents its own set of challenges. When you step through that door, that first meeting, and you say our goal is to play the last game in June, that is a very daunting task that is put in front of the kids very early. I think it got a little overbearing this year, actually, at times. And when we stopped mentioning it, I think we got better. When we could kind of just, hey, let's back that down a little bit. We're not playing as good as what we need to play. And maybe there's some other things interfering with our thought process, not necessarily playing ball at that particular day or time. And I think that helped us when we back that down a little. But yes, when those girls and parents step in the room, they pretty much know what we're trying to do. And we've been very fortunate to have the kind of kids that are able to rebound from adversity, because everything, you win a state championship, everything must just be smooth as can be. Oh no, there's rocky roads to follow there. Not everything's perfect. And the kids can really, really dig through that. And these kids have dug through it for 4 years, 3 with COVID, but the 3 years that we've had them, I mean, there's been times when you just go, wow, we got to change a few things or back off a little bit. And we got 3 wonderful seniors, and Johnny, whether you know or not, these 3 seniors, Gianna has a 3.88, Anna has a 3.96, and Olivia has a 4.0. So not only was I dealing with great softball players, but these are 3 of the best students you could ever want to coach.
And that's the great thing too, is that you guys are not only putting the work in on the field, but you're also putting the work in on the classroom. So that is an important thing, not only for, your goal is to win a state title, but when you graduate high school, a lot of times you're probably not going to play softball in college. Some of you may, but really the overall goal is to just have a fun time throughout your time in school, get a good education, have some fun while you're at it. And, the added state title is a pretty cool thing to have. But let's talk about what it was like for you, playing center field. That's a very important job on the team. Was there any added pressure for you as a senior to be able to win this state title? How did you feel about it when you guys sat in that first team meeting and said, all right, guys, let's do this? Because even throughout your years in high school, you had some close ones, as well as you've been working in this program. Have you been part of Lakeshore Softball even as a kid?
Yeah, I think my first camp was the first, the age when you can start camp is 2nd grade, I think, and that's when I started. So I've been going to camp, and ever since I was 9, me and Anna playing travel together since we were 9. So I've been playing for some time, but there definitely was some pressure this year, especially because it's the last year. you want to win. You want to end like so many, like only 4 teams in Michigan end on a win, and it's like the pressure to want to end the season on that like good note, because otherwise, if there's something else you could have achieved, and it's just like you were so close, you didn't make it. So me and Anna have talked about it a lot since we made it freshman year and then we lost. Like just knowing the feeling of losing makes you want it even more. So this year, the win was like, it was insane. It was awesome. It was a great feeling.
Absolutely. And Olivia and Anna both being seniors as well, and having again, also like Coach Dock said, great grade point averages, and you guys are very important parts of the team. Everybody is, but first and third base too are those very, very critical positions on both ends of the diamond. How did it feel when you guys finally ended up winning? Was it like a weight lifted off your shoulders?
I mean, I think I would say that it was just like a great way to just cap off our entire senior experience. I mean, we've been working so hard in the classroom and so hard in the field like the entire year. I mean, we got to see all of our hard work pay off, and we got to see like an entire community just like so, appreciative of all of our achievements and what we've worked so hard for. And like, that's all that you could ever ask for as an athlete. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Yeah, like throughout the whole postseason, it was like the goal. Like every time you win a game, you're one step closer to winning, that big game. And then just ending up winning the whole thing. It just feels so amazing. Like it's pretty much indescribable, I feel like.
What has been the most fun or most memorable thing throughout your entire careers playing softball, even as a kid? Does this go towards the top of the list of your biggest accomplishments and your most favorite things?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And
Easily
like
the top thing.
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah. At least top 5, top 6, yeah, for sure. And Coach Dock, we were talking about this a little earlier, is that it doesn't just start at the freshman year and the 4 years in high school. You are really looking at softball players and building a program beyond the high school and even middle school. I mean, you're starting at an early age, helping and working with other coaches throughout every age group to really build that program and build that philosophy of winning and working hard, not only on the field but off the field as well. And how early do you guys really start working with the younger kids?
Well, our camp starts next week with our 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, and then we have our 7th, 8th, and 9th graders to follow them. And these kids have all been in those camps, and the last 3 or 4 years, our high school kids come in and they're our camp counselors for a couple hours, and they do an amazing job with the younger kids, and they teach them and coach them just the way we've coached these 3 as they've come up through, and they really enjoy it. And it's amazing how the young girls, they come in and they just gravitate to these high school players, and they become their heroes, and someday they'll be the camp counselors, you hope.
Absolutely. Now, you guys as seniors, do you get to then also do this next week camp, or are you guys all done?
No, we get to be able to go and see like kind of, it's a good last little piece of our senior career where we get to just see like, hey, these are the kids who are going to be the future of Lakeshore softball. And that's something that I always tell them is like, you are the future. And you can just see their faces just like light up, and like you can see all the excitement because they've seen us succeed. They've seen all the juniors and the sophomores and the freshmen, and as young girls looking at like older kind of like role models, I want to say. They get to see that and like have a visual representation of like, hey, like when I grow up, I'm going to be like these girls. And so we have to be able to set an example and, come to these camps and be like, show like lead by example and show them like, hey, this is how Lakeshore softball, works as a team. And this is how we put in hard work at practice. And this is how we run for every ball and we go all out for every swing. And so that's just like a good little extra week for us to, see the future. So
Absolutely. And like you said, you're not only just seeing them in the camp, but you're probably, stopping by at some of their games throughout the season during the summer when they have their games, but also all of them are showing up to your games and seeing how you're setting the example for them. So, everybody has their favorite players in professional sports, but a lot of these kids are probably coming to your games and cheering you on, just like you might cheer on some when you're watching some on TV. So it's a pretty amazing thing, but it is a big responsibility too to set that example. And it's pretty nice when you can walk into to softball camp next week and you guys have the state title in tow, which is a pretty cool added thing to have. But this is such an amazing thing to have you guys. And coach, is it number 9 next year? Is that what you're shooting for?
That's what we're working on. Yes, it is. Give me a break. I want to get through number 8 and really keep smiling for a while. Okay.
No, I'll let you guys.
No, that is sure. It always is. That's just the way I'm wired. So we're looking for the next best player and the next third baseman to replace Anna, and the next center fielder and first baseman. That's just the way it works. And we bring the little girls in and see where they're at and kind of follow their careers. And I go out to we have a great park just south there, and I go out and watch the girls play, and it's a real benefit to everybody then.
Yeah, it's really great to see, and for the kids to say, "Oh, that's Coach Dock back there." You're going to play for him one day, so it's pretty cool to have. But again, I'll let you guys keep smiling for a while, and then we'll talk again when the season starts up again next spring. But congratulations to not only you seniors winning, but congratulations to the entire Lakeshore softball team that is now 8-time state champions. Congratulations, guys, and thanks for taking some time to chat with me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.